Hey guys, how's it going? This is Bolterity. So as you can see from the title of this video, I've come up with a new build which uses pets as its main DPS. I found ways to boost their damage really high to really high extents to a point where they can be very lethal. So I made this video not to explain the build or what I'm running, but to explain how to use the pets themselves. Because one of the main reasons people don't use pets is because they have a hard time controlling them, and people have come to think that you can't 1vX with pets. So I'll be showing clips of me 1vX'ing with the pets and explaining along the video what I was doing and what should have been done. Now the first thing you gotta make sure of is that you got your pet commands assigned to something easy for you to control in all situations. So you don't really panic and just use the wrong buttons and just mess the whole thing up. Now another point is that you gotta keep in mind when using pets that both the pets have gotten a cast time on them. So what you gotta make sure of is that when your pets die, you need to find a way to buy yourself time to cast them again. Now this could be done in multiple ways, like streaking away or putting down mines or stunning your enemy or rooting them. Many things could be done just to buy you the necessary 2 or 1 second to cast them again. Another thing is, if you're using the explosion pet, the volatile familiar, then you gotta keep in mind that although this is the offensive morph of the two morphs, you should not spam it, because now that it's got a cast time on it, the purpose of this pet kinda changes. I would like to look at it as a finisher skill, not a constant DPS skill. Your constant DPS should be coming from your flying pet. But your explosion pet should be looked at as a skill that should be used in a combo to create insta-high burst that can finish off your enemies in less than a second. So you gotta time your pet's explosion rather than casting it and exploding it over and over, aimlessly and without thinking. Now the combo I like to go for usually is, which is actually really effective and could get me the kill, is timing the burst of your pet with the curse. And if they do survive, you could use Assault Assault. Or you could use your Atronach, which if you actually fully spec for a pet build, you get the right morphs and your champion points and your traits and everything. If you are fully spec into a pet build, which you should be, then I really do recommend you to use the Atronach, because you can buff your Atronach's damage to extents that reach 30 or 40%, I'm not really sure exactly, but you could buff your Atronach really high and just make it really strong and deadly, that if someone actually takes the full damage from all 3 of your pets, even with blocking or without blocking, they will definitely die unless they run away from it. And even if they do run away, you could still move your Atronach and still get the kill on the guy. So you can pretty much choose whether to use Soul Assault or Atronach, it's up to you, but whatever you find easy, just it's up to you anyways, and decide whatever you like. Now when kiting a Zerg or luring your enemies away in a 1vX, this is how I like to do it. Firstly, I de-aggro my pets to get them beside me, then I start to streak really hard, just to see if there was any sorcerers between the enemy, just to make sure if there were any sorcerers who would actually streak behind me and keep up with me. Now if there is, then I continue to streak to create distance between me and the sorcerer and the rest of the Zerg. By that time, your pets should be really far from you, and that's when you instantly stop and you use your de-aggro command to get your pets again. Now when you use the de-aggro, even if your pets are not attacking anyone and you click on the de-aggro command, your pets will instantly spawn beside you. Then next you will start to aim for whoever has a gap closer. A crit rush, an invasion, an ambush, whatever it is. When the Zerg is close to you, you start a streak, but you do not de-aggro your pets. You want to keep them midway between you and the Zerg, because when you do that, you're actually helping the gap closers to crit rush, for example, to your pet and then to you, and that could give you a few seconds alone with these people without the rest of the Zerg. So you pretty much leave your pets midway between you and the Zerg, get the crit rushes to get to you, and then you streak a bit more and de-aggro your pets to get them beside you. And you unleash all your combos on these guys, whoever they are, whether it's one guy or 2 guys, you unleash your combo on one of them, and then you start going again to get the other guy alone, and then you kill him. And that's pretty much how you could actually 1vX with a pet build. Alright, so this is a quick one. I spot two enemies, I see one of them, he gets up force, he starts attacking me, I stun him with pets, I get a frag proc, I cast a pet again, I use a frag, and I explode my pet again, and with the curse, it combos him and he dies. So I go for this next guy who's a V1, and I go for the usual curse, pet combo, and a few heavy attacks here, and I get the kill. So this next clip is a tough one. I spot multiple enemies and I decide to streak away to create some distance. So I streak away, and over here I realize that my flying pet dies. So I streak a bit more and I cast my flying pet again. And I get them to target the sorcerer instantly so I can kill him as quick as possible before his friends join him. I drop the atronach to finish him off quickly, and he already has the curse on him, so I explode my pet to stun him. And then my other pets finish him off just in time when the two-handed DK jumps me. So I buff up and I drop mines, and I put the curse on him to buff my pet's damage on him too. And I cast my explosion pet to time it with a curse. And just as planned, I exploded them together and I get the kill. This level 10 shows up, has no idea what's going on, just dies real quick, and this VR4 too. No idea either, just comes up here and pretty much dies. This next fight is a similar one. So I'm walking around and I pretty much spot multiple enemies, 3 or 4 of them, and I decide to streak away. I get feared here and I CC break it and start streaking. I put up a healing ward to get my health back up, and I continue to streak. Put up another healing ward and summon my pets beside me. I put up one more healing ward and I stun my pet to get this guy. I explode my pet to get this guy stunned. I drop my atronach, keep a curse on him, and get my pets to attack him to kill him as quick as possible. And my curse explodes and my atronach finishes him off. This sorcerer overloads me and I roll dodge it, and I put up a ball lightning to absorb his overloads. His one overload is enough to kill me. I finish him off real quick, and the third guy decides to run away. So here he is, and V14 sorcerer is streaking away. He's using ball lightning, so I cast my pet since it goes through his balls. I mean, his streaks. And I curse him again, and I use my frag on him. I explode my pet, and the curse goes off. I curse him again, and he should be dead. And he's dead. For this last clip, I was actually cutting a Zerg, and I managed to get these 3 guys alone. I turn around here, I get the V3 alone. I get my pets to target him and attack him, and I go for the combo, I stun him, and I go for the solo assault and finish him off. The sorcerer goes for a frags solo assault combo. I heal through it easily, and I decide to keep my ball lightning up the entire time so I can absorb his damage and this next Nightblade's damage, since he uses swallow soul and it can be absorbed. I go for the curse pet combo. I prepare for the curse pet combo. I get them to explode together, but it does not kill him, so I prepare for it again. I curse him and I summon my pet. The Nightblade fears me here, and I CC break it, and I go for some heavy attacks, but I start to get pressured, so I turn around, so I switch over and heal up. And I explode my pet with the curse just to keep it in sync together. The Nightblade fears me though, and if you haven't noticed, by mistake I turned off my bound armor. So the fear goes off, I streak over to absorb all the damage. I turn on my bound armor and I try to go for the pet, but he bashes me, and so I streak over and I go for summoning the pet again. I curse the guy again, I buff my pets, and I go for the combo here. I get the stun and I solo assault him dead. The Nightblade here fears me and actually almost kills me, but my healing pet saves my life. So I heal up, he kills my pet, I curse him, and I summon them again, and I prepare for the combo. Now the reason here I exploded my pet earlier, not in sync with the curse, was because when I want to go for the combo, I want to ensure that when I go for the solo assault, it actually finishes him off, so I had to make sure that his health was a bit lower. So I go for the combo here, and he's dead. Good fight.